In the beginning there was time. Time saw the stars spun into light, the mountains rise and fall, rocks turn into clay. We created with it, sought shelter under it. Some things don't change with time. At Boral, we still use clay. We shape it and fire it. We forge ceramic roof tiles in enduring hues. Clean lines, elegant finishes, durable, sustainable. As old as time, made new for modern homes. Boral. Build something great.
Why can RAA provide better service to South Australians?
Well, morning, Deb.
Morning, Sam. If there's a storm, we already know there's a storm.
Hey, Deb.
Hi, Ben. Or if you're broken down, we know exactly where the street is.
Netball tonight, Deb?
Go Tigers. We understand things that affect locals.
Morning, Deb.
Morning, Deb. Morning, ladies. And we can make difficult situations easier because...
You're locals too?
Yes, that's why we can do more for South Australians.
Welcome to Football Federation South Australia's live stream of the Women's National Premier League Grand Final in South Australia 2018 between Adelaide City and Metro United. We're looking forward to an absolutely fantastic game. My name's Paul Marcachetti and I'm joined here today by Spiro Karanikos Mimis to bring you the call. How are you, Spiro?
Good afternoon, Paul Marcachetti. Good afternoon, everybody watching either through the Football Federation YouTube channel or through the Football Federation Facebook page. We have the two best teams all season in WNPL fighting it out for the championship today, and we are thrilled and excited to be able to bring you this cracking game between these two fantastic teams.
Not only are they the two best teams this year, they've been the two best teams for the last decade. Today will be the 10th time in a row that one of these two sides will have lifted the championship. That is how dominant Metro United and Adelaide City have been in this competition. Last year it was Adelaide City winning the grand final. The year before that it was Metro United. This is the third year of the WNPL, so we'll see who will be the first of those teams to win a grand final for the second time.
Yeah, and let's be honest, there couldn't be a better stage set than Highmarsh Stadium on a sunny afternoon, where we're going to see the two best teams fight it out for the right to be called champions in 2018. Joining us on the sideline is none other than Cassandra Trepietti. Cass, good afternoon to you as well.
Good afternoon, team. Great day down here for sure.
How do you split these two great teams apart? What will be the difference today?
It's really hard to split them like it has been all year, and obviously, like Paul said, for the past decade. So I think it's going to take a lot of defensive work, and of course up front as well. They're going to need to really take their chances and make the most out of the chances that they're going to be allowed to have.
Cass, what are the conditions like down there? Because we had a lot of rain this morning, and even though we haven't had much rain during the day, we've had two other grand finals played. So what does it look like down there now?
It's still looking pretty good, I guess. Not too much to complain about as for the ground. There's not too much wind either, so it's looking quite good so far.
Thanks very much, Cash. We'll come to you regularly during our call here. Thanks so much to Boral, of course, fantastic sponsors of football here in South Australia, and of course Claymore Wines, who will be sponsoring player of the match today. We'll go through those lineups for you in a very, very short second, folks. We are so pleased to be with you today. Thank you so much once again to Livestream Australia for having us here, part of their broadcast, and of course the Football Federation of South Australia. Metro United made some changes last week, Paul Marcachetti. They were surprised to lose that semi-final against Adelaide City a fortnight ago. That forced Marie Spagnoletti to make some changes to her lineup. That meant they won 4-1 last week against West Adelaide, and she's kept faith in that team, meaning some players who've had an integral part in the season will find themselves on the bench in today's grand final.
Well, that's right, and we'll see the lineups in a moment, but last week when Metro United had to win the preliminary final after losing the semi-final to Adelaide City a fortnight ago. One of the big moves she made was taking Rachel Quigley to centre forward and moving Chrissy Panagaris to the left-hand side, and that meant that Stella Regon, who's been an ever-present this season, went to the substitutes bench, but of course she did come on during the game. But it did work really well. People are so conscious of Panagaris because she scored 27 goals during the season, more than an average of 1 goal a game. So, you know, the idea that Coach Marie Spagnoletti clearly had was to drag defenders away with Panagaris playing out a little bit wider and Rachel Quigley playing at number 9. But we know that Quigley can play there anywhere in midfield, and that is one of the things that Metro have. They've got so much versatility in their lineup.
Adelaide City, of course, are looking to complete a fantastic month. If they win today, it'll be an unprecedented double-double. Let's have a look at that lineup for Adelaide City. Jenna's in goals. Then at left back, it's Nicholas, Macaulay and Abby are the centre-backs, and Dale and Flight at right back. Dorber, Holmes and Sasaki make what is an imposing midfield three. Dylan Holmes in particular, well, if she's not in the W League at the end of this season, then I don't know much about football, but most people would say probably that's the case anyway, Paul. Di Bartolo at left wing, Tian Powell, the captain, leading the line, and Georgia Campagnoli up on the right wing. On the bench, they have Goldfinch, Gray, McLeod, Robertson, and Papanikitis, and of course their coach is George Hatzipanagiotis.
Now looking at the Metro lineup, same lineup that they started last week. It's Beltrop in goals, Laura Stockdale goes to left back, Scalzi and Kiriakou in the central defensive positions. The great Christy Moore, FFSA Hall of Famer, she starts at right back. The midfield is Reid, Quigley and Kuhar. Lauren Steer up on the left-hand side of the attack. You might see her at left back during the game as well. Panagaris up at centre forward and Cockayne on the right-hand side. I think there's a good chance you'll see a lot of those positions become fluid, particularly with Quigley perhaps going to number 9 as she did last week. On the bench, Nicole Calder, Kelsey Zafaridis, Stella Regon, Chanel Tadino and the reserve goalkeeper Esther Tot. That is a very, very strong bench.
Every one of those players could walk into any WNPL team.
Absolutely. So huge amount of quality between these two teams. They've played each other amazingly in all competition 18 times. Well, this will be the 18th meeting just in the last 3 seasons, because they keep meeting in cups as well. They keep meeting in finals. In the matches we've seen so far over those last 3 years, 8 wins to City, 6 to Metro United and 3 draws. But in finals, it's 2 wins each, including in the grand final 2 years ago where Metro took out a 4-0 win. But of course, last year, Adelaide City played West in the grand final. By Metro's standards, it was a pretty disappointing year going out in the preliminary final. But this year they've bounced back and they'll be looking to renew their rivalry with City and to get their championship. They think it's their championship, Metro. They'll want to get it back today.
I am particularly looking forward to seeing these two teams play, not only because they've been the best two teams, but they always give us a great contest. Adelaide City, of course, in the last 3 weeks have qualified for this grand final, plus won the cup. I mentioned it just before the lineups. If they do win today, that is a double-double for them, meaning they've won the cup and league, the cup and championship 2 seasons in a row, and that is not easy to do at any level, let alone a level like this, which is the highest tier in women's football in this state.
Well, as it happens, in all competitions, City are undefeated in their last 19 matches, which is quite an amazing stat. Metro had not lost a league match for a long, long time going into the finals, but they did lose 2 weeks ago to City in that semi-final that we just mentioned, and City also knocked them out of the cup. They've got 1 trophy each. Metro finished top at the end of the season to win the premiership. They finished ahead of City by 1 point. City's won the Knockout Cup, and today one of them is going to get a 2nd trophy.
Well, it's going to be tough to make predictions today, but let's try it. Cassandra down on the boundary line. Can you make a prediction? Are you game enough to make a prediction?
Yeah, obviously involved with both clubs. I have good friends at Metro and I work alongside Adelaide City, so it's tough, but I'm going to go with Metro slightly today.
We'll just pause here for the national anthem.
gracious gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, every stage and birds Australia fair. In joyful strains and led and sing and birds Australia fair.
Terrific rendition of the national anthem, and we await the beginning of this magnificent clash, the grand final of the 2018 WNPL here in South Australia. It's the old firm, Metro United and Adelaide City, ready to do battle again. And one thing that we can definitely say, Spiro, sometimes we see these teams play really cagey matches against each other. Sometimes it really becomes an end-to-end battle, but there's never an ordinary game. I mean, they meet so often, but every single game is a great one.
Well, that's why it's called the old firm here, and because they play each other 1,500 times a season like Celtic and Rangers do. But just quickly, we should, I know you said it, Paul, but Claudia Migliaccio with a fantastic rendition of our national anthem.
Certainly. Now, we were also going through our predictions. Now, Cass has tipped Metro. I reckon City has finished the season more strongly.
Yep.
I'm going to just lean their way, but goodness me, it's a real 50-50.
Well, I tossed a coin before I came onto the commentary because that's how close it is, and it landed on Metro's side. I think Metro, on the balance of the season, have been the better team. Only just City, though, you know, they're just awesome. So I'm tipping Metro just on the fact that they were the premiers and are the flagship team in this state. But, you know, if City win, then you're not going to be sort of wrong either.
If there were any betting markets, both teams would be under $2. I think there's no question about that. Today's referee is Daniel Bryant. The assistants are Tessa Quinn and Paula Orlandi, and the fourth official is Andrew Kite. The Adelaide City players are in a huddle while the toss is going on that we're just having a look at, and I don't think I saw a result of that. But
they definitely swap sides, the Metro and City players. So they definitely swap sides. So whoever won the coin toss decided to kick to their favourite end. Just quickly, if you are wondering what happened in the preceding State League 1 and State League 2 grand finals, a bit of an upset in State League 2. Adelaide Victory beating Playford Patriots 2-0 in that game. Adelaide Victory came from 5th in the league to be promoted and be crowned champions. And in State League 1, Adelaide Raiders 3-1 winners against Blue Eagles.
Both teams are in a huddle. You're just looking at the Metro huddle now, but I can confirm that City are in their own at the other side, and they'll all be very, very fired up. One thing we haven't seen, even though we talk about how often these sides play each other, we haven't seen them play at Hindmarsh over these last few years. Almost all of their meetings have been at the parks, and there've been a couple at TK Shutter Reserve this year, where Metro have hosted a couple of matches. But this time they're on the biggest stage of all in South Australia. They're at Hindmarsh Stadium. Adelaide City must have chosen to kick to the southern end because it's Metro who have the kick-off. And we just await for referee Bryant to let the teams get underway. Rachel Quigley stands over the ball. The great Rachel Quigley, games record holder for Adelaide United, 66 games for the Reds and 17 goals and 78 games all up. And we're away. And an early touch of the ball for Reid. Takes it out wide to Moore. And they're trying to get down the right flank with Stockdale. Moore. Sells Kiriakou a bit short, but it gets forward. And offside there against Cockayne means that City will be able to take a free kick and everybody can get into their normal positions. It's going to be Nicholas. And she looks like she's going to launch it long. It's going to be cut out by Reid. Bit of touch in midfield. Well done there by Powell. Sasaki tries to get the ball through, but well done there, Kiriakou. To Moore, under pressure. And gets it back to Baltrop. Oh, Baltrop. He skidded away, but luckily for Metro, it went straight to Kiriakou, and she's won a throw. But just a nervy first kick, perhaps, for Baltrop. Understandable in such a big game.
And that's going to be something Metro need to look out for today, is the through ball to De Bartolo. as soon as that goes through and Daniela's in, it's going to be quite dangerous.
Thank you, Cass. Dylan Holmes over the ball. Adelaide City got themselves a free kick in the 2nd minute of the game. She's got Powell, Sasaki, Dorber up there. It's not a bad ball, but it's going to be won by Steer. And Metro can get away, but won back really well by Darlin Flight. But now it's with Scalzi. Steer. Scalzi. Goes long, looking for Quigley.
Touch.
Always a great first touch with Quigley, and always a great idea. She's gone to Moore. Reed, under pressure. Back to Moore. She's got Cocaine ahead of her. That's where it goes. But she's well closed down. And now Kuhar. Good touch there, but the pressure's high, and coming from an offside position there was Christy Moore, and Adelaide City are going to get the relieving free kick. It's Grace Abbey over the ball. She's going to leave it for the keeper, Kendall Jenner, who's going to get her first touch. She's done well to get into the side in the last half of this season, Kendall Jenner. Very promising keeper. She's come from Para Hills a couple of years ago. Up to Powell. That's done really well there, but just a little bit too much on it. And Christy Moore will take the relieving throw-in for Metro. Both sides just testing each other out a little bit, and plenty of attention in midfield. Here goes Cocaine. She's very much on her own though, and she can't get it inboard past Macaulay. But that's probably the furthest Metro have been in attack, and maybe they can set something up now.
It'll be Moore. A legend of the game here in South Australia, Christy Moore, takes a throw in. Metro with a lot more of the possession in the early few minutes.
Let's go.
Played out now, it's Kiriakou. You can hear the instructions from the Adelaide City bench already, very vocal. That's a tough challenge there. Dalen Flight. You don't mind those early in the game if you're a coach. Probably going to avoid a booking nice and this early.
Well, yeah, she's gone into Lauren Steer, and Steer, of course, has come back this year after losing 12 months through an ACL. So, sorry to say that's the first thing that goes to my mind when I see her get down, but she's one of the toughest players you'll see, Lauren Steer. Remember seeing her playing on one leg against Canberra when she was with Adelaide United in the W League. It'll take an awful lot to get her off the field, but it's going to be a free kick for Metro in what could be a really promising situation.
By this time last season, Adelaide City already 1-0 down. At least they'll be happy, much more happy with the start. It'll be Reed for Metro United now to take this free kick. Probably about 20 or so metres out from the goal. Reed steps up. That should be comfortable, and it is for Jenner. Very easy save there for a very talented goalkeeper in Jenner. And you can hear the call from Michael Hatzipaniotis, the coach. Get it long. She ignores that, rolls it straight to the midfielder, Dylan Holmes. My goodness, I love watching her play. She is a fantastic footballer. And I know I said it in the pre-game, but if she's not playing W League in a few months, there's something terribly wrong with the way teams are scouting their players. She's fantastic. Free kick for Adelaide City, just inside their half. It'll be Abby. Abby looking for Nano Sasaki, but that should roll comfortably through to Baltrop, and it does. For the fact that they've played each other so many times this year, bit of a slow start, almost like they're trying to work each other out. They probably know each other by first name by now, surely. All of them.
A lot of these players would have played together as juniors. A lot of them were teammates in W League matches for Adelaide United as well. So none of these guys are going to be strangers to each other, that's for sure.
It's fallen now to Metro. Can Steer get onto it? She looks a bit proppy on that leg, Paul Marcachetti. I just wonder if that knock is a little bit worse than she wants to let it look like. But she looked very proppy there trying to get to that ball. They do have Calder on the bench, of course, who could slot straight into that position. We're hoping for Lauren Steer. It's just a bit of soreness. We don't want to see her go off because she is a fantastic footballer.
What are you seeing down there at the moment?
Yes, Steer looks okay so far. I've got Paul Pezos near me there vocalising instructions as well, so pretty intense.
Just tell Paul he shouldn't say anything bad because we can hear everything.
That's right.
Thanks, Cass. Free kick now for Adelaide. No. Yes, it is a free kick for Adelaide City, but the ref was just telling them to take it back a little bit further, and it's going to be hit long by Abby. Sasaki's going to try to get onto it, but well, Panagaris wanted to shepherd it out, but the ball just didn't have enough on it, so it's going to be a throw-in for Darlin Flight.
You went to the preliminary final last week, Paul. How did Chrissy Panagaris adjust to playing left wing? She's played most of the season up front.
She played there pretty well. She looked very comfortable in that position. Holmes, Darlin Flight, just buys City a bit of time and space by going back to Macaulay. Macaulay now looking for options. That ball's going to be cut out though, but well won back there by Dorber. Very strong in the challenge there, Di Bartolo, holds on to the ball. Now, City have got a bit of space with Campagnoli. Good pressure though. Holmes lets the ball run. Now, here's Abbey. Player of the match in last year's grand final, Grace Abbey. But her ball's gone to Scalzi. And now Panagaris has the chance to bring it away. But it's found Darlin Flight, Sasaki, Holmes.
Look for it, Campo!
And now the switch is on. Through Macaulay. No, she's going to come back the other way. Abbey.
Gary. Good.
Macaulay.
Dorber, start moving.
Good touch there by Powell, but it was well read there by Cockayne, and Boltrop clears. Stockdale, Panagaris, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength there. Darlin Flight tried to put the ball through, but Scalzi was alive to it. Here's Lauren Steer, looking okay. Panagaris, under pressure, coughed up. Here's Holmes.
Great ball.
Oh, great ball.
Great ball.
Here's Di Bartolo. She's got no one in the middle though, so she cuts back. Di Bartolo.
All right foot.
Tried to get the shot in, but Holmes again, and good challenge in the end. And City really needed an extra body in the at front, but here's Campagnoli now. She tries to get it out. Di Bartolo again. Campagnoli. Good touch inboard, but it's going to be cleared by Ness Reid, and that was nearly a good moment for Adelaide City.
First good passage of play there for Adelaide City for sure, Paul Marcachetti, and that's what they're capable of. Darlin Flight now will take the throw in for City down the line. Di Bartolo, who really, if had a left foot, probably could have had a shot on goal there, but she just wanted it too much on her right and was blocked out of any opportunity to get a shot on goal. Throw-ins taken, but easily won there by Lauren Steer, who is much taller than a direct opponent in Di Bartolo.
For those that are watching that are not used to these sides, Di Bartolo often comes from the left and comes onto her right foot.
Top of the box now with Dorber. Dorber, she has a shot to tame one, and that's not going to beat Baltrop. And Metro will reset. That's not Christy Moore, she's gone to the wing. It looks like that was Cockayne who dropped to right back, it was. And the long ball looking for Christy Moore is cut out beautifully there by the City defender, but just a little bit too much on it, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side. Big thank you to Boral, the sponsors here today for this fantastic festival of football here at Hindmarsh Stadium. And of course, don't forget, we'll be awarding a Claymore Wines Player of the Match at the end of this game. We should remind you, if you are watching WNPL for the first time, that 4 substitutions are permitted in the WNPL. So
that's even before extra time.
That's even before extra time. Of course, the rule has changed recently for senior competitions where you can make a 4 substitution in extra time. They've been trialling 4 substitutions in the WNPL for a few seasons now. So coaches can make 4 subs during regulation time of this game. Of course, if the game is a draw at 90 minutes, it will go into extra time and penalties if required thereon. Good 1-2 there. But it didn't come off of Panagaris, and Di Bartolo gets the ball at her feet. Nano Sasaki, a fantastic footballer. She's well harangued, though, by the Metro players, and that should be all the way through to Baltrop, and it is. Kiriakou, the captain, a stellar performer.
She was a player of the match for me a week ago in the preliminary final against West Adelaide. She was outstanding.
Baltrop with a good clearance. Dylan Holmes in the way. She always is in the way. She tried to find Di Bartolo, but that ball will roll comfortably out for a Metro.
Change of match ball
Sorry,
here,
Cass.
because apparently that one was flat, so just a quick changeover.
Thanks, Cass.
All good.
Darlin Flight. Looking for an option. Abby
Forward.
in a bit of trouble against Quigley.
Forward.
And that's gone out. In fact, it's an Adelaide City throw. Obviously, Dalen Flight got her foot to it just before Abby's pass looked like it had gone out, and City with the relieving throw in.
Dalen Flight, one of the players who was in the City side that lost 4-0 a couple of years ago, 2016 grand final, which was played at the Parks. Long ball now, but well won by Dalen Flight, who we just mentioned. Holmes tries to put through Powell. Powell now turns, but I don't think she's going to beat Moore to the ball, and Moore gets it back to Baltrop. We mentioned before that sometimes you see these two teams playing a cagier game. Sometimes it gets really end-to-end. It's the former at the moment, and you probably expect that in a grand final. We've played 12 minutes, still 0-0, and Metro not hurrying just yet. They're going to make sure that they get quality balls forward. Quigley nearly nodded that one on, but City have come up with it through Nicholas. Now, it's that's a great bit of skill by Powell. Well, Tian Powell wasn't afraid to have a go there, and she's in pretty good form at the moment. As we just look at the Chemist King replay, the shot was wide in the end, but don't underestimate Tian Powell. She got a hat-trick a few weeks ago in City's 3-2 Cup final win over West. That's in the Knockout Cup, and we know she can score. Here's Di Bartolo. Can she beat Reid to the ball? But Kiriakou should deal with that, and probably took a bit too long in the end.
A bit blasé
and in the end, hooked away by Reid. Panagaris goes up the wing. She's done well here. Here's Stockdale. Now, she's got the left wing. She's got Quigley in board. That's where it goes, and it's going to be a free kick. There was no advantage there, and Stockdale fouled by Holmes just on the left-hand side. And Metro now have a chance to get bodies forward. Probably not the worst thing to get that free, because they didn't have a huge amount of numbers forward. And now this will give them the opportunity. And Steer comes up to the ball. And a couple of good targets. One thing that Metro does do well is set pieces. And Quigley is one that you know can get on the end of them. And she's right at the pointy end right now. Steer's ball. It's deep. At the back post, there's lots of black and white shirts there. Here's Stockdale, couldn't quite get the ball down in time, and City are going to try to get away. And it's Grace Abbey, goodness, on the chase here, but she's going to lose out to Christy Moore. Here's Scalzi. Good pressure. Moore's going to have to relieve it by going all the way back to Baltrop. And her ball's long. Now, I reckon that, well cut out in the end. Panagaris might have been onside, but now it's come the other way, and Campagnoli has put through Powell. She's got Di Bartolo in the box, but Kiriakou was there first. Well played, Kiriakou.
Excellent.
And a great ball out to find Stockdale. Now, here is Quigley. Quigley's ball was intercepted, and City have it again. Nicholas.
Look for the ball.
Plays it inside. Adelaide City trying to break down this Metro defence, which has been very solid, not just today, but throughout the whole season. Nicholas again. Inside to Dorber. Adelaide City starting again. Grace Abbey now. She carries it forward a little bit. Looking for the run of Dalen Flight. Well cut out there by Chrissy Panagaris. Of course, we just said 27 goals this season for Chrissy Panagaris. Prolific in front of goals. All the way back now to the Metro keeper in Baltrop. And she's got plenty of time to make a decision about how she wants to deliver this next pass. She takes the short option, Kiriakou. She's given it away uncharacteristically. Now no Sasaki. Now it's Holmes and McCauley. Nicholas. Can she get a ball through? She won't get that through Christy Moore. Easily cut out by the experienced player in Christy Moore. She's got the ball back. Inside to Kuha. That's nice by Metro. Some good triangle work. They look for the switch to Chrissy Panagaris, but that should be comfortable for Dalen Flight. And it is. Whoa, she's given it away dangerously. It's Stockdale now. Can she get Chrissy Panagaris on the ball? Chrissy Panagaris gave up on that a little bit too quickly, but she's managed to recover. It's 2-on-1 though. Can she get the ball to Lauren Steer? That's great work there by Di Bartolo, getting her foot in the way. And that'll be a throw in for Metro. The instructions coming thick and fast from the Adelaide City bench. I'm sure you can hear them.
Every word, yes.
That's another dangerous ball by Kiriakou. Di Bartolo could be through. She's probably just offside and is. She hesitated, but it wasn't enough. And that was the right decision. She was probably half a metre offside comfortably in the end. She tried to taper her run a little bit, but just couldn't get back onto position. But that's 2 passes in a row by Ebony Kiriakou, which have gone straight to Adelaide City players. You don't see that very often. Quigley. Great, excellent with her back towards goal. That's probably a free kick. Referee says no, and Adelaide City have an overlap. I think the Adelaide City players thought it was a free kick. Tian Powell, great ball. It's a one-on-one. This could be 1-0 for Adelaide City. It's Dorber. She goes around the keeper and slots it. Adelaide City have hit the front here at Highmarsh Stadium in the 17th minute. It was Dorber. What great play there by Tian Powell. The timing of the run was fantastic by Dorber. She was left one-on-one, clear through with the keeper, composed, getting around. The late run from Stockdale wasn't enough. And that is 1-0 Adelaide City.
Well, I'll tell you what, a couple of Metro players, including Ness Reid, have gone to the referee because they thought there was that foul should have been given in the build-up. Well, I say foul because it's not a foul if the referee doesn't give it.
It looked like a foul.
And they weren't happy about that, but it really did catch them out in the end. You've still got to play the whistle, but City have taken the lead again, and now they try to go further ahead. But this time Kiriakou will cut it out. Now, City have taken the lead frequently against Metro this season. Of course, they won 1-0 against them 2 weeks ago. A couple of weeks before that, the teams drew 2-2 in the Premiership decider when Metro was 1 point ahead going into the game and only needed a draw. But City took the lead twice in that game and Metro had to come back. They're going to have to come back again today. Now, Steer's back pass was probably just a little bit light, but Boltrop has done well there, and here's Kuhar and tries to put through Quigley. But here's Di Bartolo. Dorber. Sasaki. Good tackle, but Sasaki's got through it. And good skills there. Tries to put through Di Bartolo. And City have the impetus now.
Oh, a bit of a somber start here from Metro. You're looking a bit lacklustre and off, maybe. I'm not sure. Do you feel that?
Well, certainly not at their best yet, but we saw this, didn't we, in the Premiership decider. But then they just came out and got a goal out of nothing. And could they do that now? Here's Quigley. Quigley now, but good challenge on her. Holmes. Good ball for Sasaki, but Steers alive to it. Good battle this. Sasaki gets it back. Darlin Flight trying to put through Powell. Now, Kuhar. Quigley. Kuhar. Lots of pressure. Tries to get through, but not for the first time. Panagaris just didn't seem alive to the top, but she has won the ball in the end. No, it did go out.
No, yes, it did. Sorry,
It did go out.
I thought the ref called a foul, but you're right.
It's going to be a throw-in.
Cassandra, just have a look over at Marie Spagnoletti and her bench for a couple of minutes and let us know what type of reactions you're getting on that side, and we'll come to you once you've got an understanding of what the Metro United coaching staff are doing to try and change this right now, because, to be fair, it is all Adelaide City.
It is, yeah. And they a bit quiet at the moment, obviously a bit shell-shocked with that goal. So we'll see if there's any formation changes there, but nothing that I can see as yet.
Thanks very much, Cash. Doing a great job down on the sideline there is Cassandra Treppietti. Great touch there by Stockdale. Try to get it to Quigley. Macaulay under a little bit of pressure, but easily cleared in the end, and that'll be another Metro throw-in. Lauren Steer to take it. Great to see her back, coming back from a knee reconstruction. Stockdale. Panagaris not sure what to do there. Looking, I don't know, Paul, she's looking a bit lost in this left wing.
Yeah, she certainly wasn't in that position a week ago, but maybe she just needs to get a few more touches, get a bit more confidence in this game. One thing we know about Chrissy Panagaris is she's a confidence player. She's got plenty of personality, and she won't be deterred by a couple of bad touches. She'll get herself back into it.
Dalen Flight now. Looking for Di Bartolo. That's easy for Steer, though. It's a heavy touch. And Sasaki has ended up with the ball. Di Bartolo looking for Tian Powell. Well cut out by Kiriakou. That's better from the captain. Down the line. A little bit too much. Commentator's curse. Always. Dalen Flight now. We'll have the throw in for City. Di Bartolo flicked that on expertly. Tian Pao to the goal scorer, Dorba, looking for Di Bartolo, but she's offside. And that will be a free kick for Metro United. Just ticked into the 22nd minute mark here at Highmarsh Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us through the Football Federation SA Facebook page and through their YouTube channel. With great thanks, of course, to Livestream Australia, Boral, the great supporters of football here, and Claymore Wines, who will sponsor a player of the match. Lauren Steer now, given away again by Metro, looking a bit shell-shocked. Kiriakou playing backwards into trouble. She's done well, though, to get away from the attention of Powell. Quigley with a great touch, trying to play Panagaris. She's got the ball back, though. Look at Rachel Quigley. She's superb to watch. What a footballer she is. Great first touch, rolled the ball over the foot, sucked in Dylan Holmes, used her experience and won a foul for Metro.
Kuha is over the ball. Ever present for Metro this season, Rochelle Kuha. Probably not one of the players that gets the headlines, but incredibly effective. Her free kick, though, has gone straight into the grateful arms of Jenna. And City will come up with the ball again. We're about halfway through the first half. Adelaide City 1, Metro 0. RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. Panagaris, oh, she has a snapshot.
Hey, that's what she's
It wasn't a
capable
bad
of.
idea, and it didn't go quite deep enough for her, and Jenna was able to claim it comfortably, but her kick hasn't gone too well. Panagaris wins it. Holmes then wins the next ball, and it's flicked forward. And Powell is on it. Powell tries to get through for Di Bartolo. She's got it now, but she's got it back to Powell. Just a moment lost there for City, but they've still got the ball through Holmes. Now it's to
late from
Dorba.
Stockdale.
Keep moving it.
Campagnali. Dorba.
Dylan, get on it.
Goes out to the left-hand side, but it's going to be coughed up. Kiriakou now. She's going to try to find Panagaris. Good touch, and that was probably, I thought, might have been a shout for handball there, but City will come back with the ball through Holmes. Oh, but another giveaway, Quigley. Oh, and she's given it away. So just a couple of bad minutes for both teams. Sasaki now. No mistake from her. Here's Di Bartolo. Can she beat Scalzi Di Bartolo? No. In the end, cleaned up by Moore. Former teammates, of course. Scalzi also played in the 2016 Grand Final, but she was with City then and was on the losing side. Here's Holmes. Di Bartolo. Well intercepted. Good shot in the end. Good effort by Sasaki. Cass, any words from the Metro bench that you've been able to pick up?
Just Marie was saying that to make that second effort and just make that effort and not keep your head down. So if you lose the ball, just make that effort to try and get the ball back.
Thanks so much, Cash. Don't forget the 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. Speak to your club to book your seat. You don't want to miss that. It is a fantastic night out and a great celebration of our game here. It's Quigley now for Metro. She looks to switch it. That is a fantastic ball. She's found Cockayne on the far side. Donna Cockayne, what can she do? She looks to flick it in. Can Chrissy Panagaris get onto it? Dalen Flight turns her well. But there's Rachel Quigley. She backhills it to Chrissy Panagaris. Well done by Dalen Flight. Nano Sasaki should clear for City and does, but only as far as Steer. Steer now inside. There's Ness Reed. That was Afak Kuha. But City regain possession. Here's Sasaki. Metro a bit exposed here. Can they get it to their striker in Tian Pao? They can. Tian Pao looking to take on Kiriakou, but Kiriakou did well and plays it all the way back to her keeper in Bautrop. Bautrop now looking to switch it to the other side, and that's Christy Moore. Dangerous pass, but did it with perfection and ends up with Stockdale. Stockdale now should go one more and does. Kuha to Panagaris. Panagaris looking a bit ginger, I got to say. She's not happy. Struggling to get up and down that wing. But she did well there. Moore. That's a great ball to Donna Cockayne. She stayed on side. Can she swing it in? She can. And that's a corner for Metro. I think that might be their first corner of the game, if I'm not mistaken, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
And just wondering, just trying to keep an eye on Panagaris, and she's definitely not 100%.
She's not right.
I don't know if she's taken a knock early in this game or if there was a pre-existing problem, but she's really sauntering around, not looking in good shape at all. So it's going to be taken short, is it, by Cockayne? No.
You breathed a sigh of relief there, didn't you? You love the short corner, don't you, Paul?
Cockayne's going to go long. And steers there, not quite, and then headed on by Panagaris. Jenna punches it out in the end, and it went just far enough, but City still can't quite clear. It's ping-ponging around. Oh, no, but Reid didn't quite get hold of that, and that's given Di Bartolo the chance to relieve. And here it comes back to her again via Sasaki, and but that ball was too hot for Campagnoli. Moore, Quigley, Kuhar. She's got Cockayne screaming for it out on the right-hand side. There's two in the centre for Cockayne, Moore and Quigley. Can she get a good ball in? Nicholas faces her. 1-2 now. Stockdale, but she didn't get any elevation on it. Sasaki clears and finds Powell. She's got no one up with her, so she's going to have to try to do it herself, and Scalzi's going to win that battle for now. Baltrop. Metro have shown a little bit more in the last few minutes, but haven't quite been able to carve out the chance that they need to get themselves back on level terms. You know they've got it in them. They're a great side, and they've got plenty of options up their sleeve as well if they need to make changes, and a star-studded bench. Long ball looking for Quigley. Just goes over her, and Abby is going to be able to relieve for City. Campagnoli trying to put through Di Bartolo. It's not a bad ball, but cut out now by Scalzi. 1-0 to City, 28th minute. Campagnoli, Sasaki, Di Bartolo. Darlin Flight. Good challenge by Panagaris. And now, Stockdale tried to get it on quickly to Quigley, but that didn't work. But here's Moore, read the ball really, really well there. Moore, got a bit of space, finds Panagaris. Panagaris, she's still got players inside, but back to Steer. Steer's going to switch it. Good option, because she's got Cockayne out there on her own. Cockayne now. Oh, that's not the ball she wanted. She was looking for more.
Stop talking, Spiro.
It's been coughed up. Here's Di Bartolo getting it from Holmes. Sasaki, who's looked good so far. No, Sasaki. That's a really, really good bit of play to the overlapping Darlin Flight. She's got a couple in the middle, both Powell and Di Bartolo. Here's Di Bartolo. Turns, but didn't quite get the ball through for Powell. City's going to get it back now through Abby. Sasaki. Campagnoli, under pressure from Kuhar. Gets a bit of space and finds Dorber. Macaulay. Powell. Nowhere to go. Back to Holmes. Abby again. Sasaki. Gets a great 1-2 from Holmes. Nano Sasaki now. She's got options in the middle. Here's Dorber again. But cut out, and Kiriaku's going to have to concede the corner. Great ball, Dylan Holmes.
I've got to say, Paul, I think Marie Spagnoletti's got to have to make a move here on Chrissy Panagaris.
Yeah,
she cannot get back and left that left wing exposed. If she's injured, she's got to come off, because Adelaide City are having too much joy down that right-hand side.
And there's an easy replacement with Stella Regon being a natural left winger to come off the bench.
I've got to say, I don't know if it is just... Maybe they've had a heavy week on the Park Metro. They look lethargic and tired. Even before, when Di Bartolo got through, they didn't seem they could get back. I'm not sure what's going on. This is very strange from this Metro team. Adelaide City with a corner here. Swung in. Should be comfortable for Kiriaku, and is. Only as far as Sasaki. Her chest was well intercepted, though, by the Metro player, and it'll be Quigley now. She's got 3, 4, 5 City players around her. She's got Stockdale. Quigley did well there.
Great play.
Did really well there. Showed her experience to suck in a foul. She didn't really have much other than Stockdale running through, but she managed to get a foul, and Metro will retain possession. I don't want to sound like a dog on a bone. I mean, Metro have been the best team all year, but this is a really flat performance from them. They look tired. They look lethargic. I'm not sure what it is, but whether they're just struggling after having to play the preliminary last week, or City are just fresher because they didn't play last week, but they just look tired. Kiriakou tries to swing that in, flicked on by the City player. Stockdale tried something spectacular, didn't come off. It's Dale in flight now. Long ball forward, cut out nicely there by the Metro player in Kuha. And that'll be an Adelaide City throw right in front of their coach, Michael Hatzipanagiotis, who's had a great debut season with City. Of course, his assistant is none other than Paul Pezos, who coached this team last year, but he took over the reins of the Adelaide United NPL team, but is still helping Michael with his coaching duties at this Adelaide City team. It's gone all the way now to Baltrop. Christy Moore. Reed. Dangerous move. Scousey. Another W League player, former W League player. She clears it long to Cockayne, who's probably been one of the most impressive Metro players in this half. And that's no exception to the rule there. Great ball. Here's Chrissy Panagaris. She's off her game, Chrissy. That was a poor option and should be cleared by City down the line, and it is. Tian Powell, another fantastic talent. Looks inside. The goal scorer, Dorba. Sasaki. What a ball that is. Di Bartolo. Well, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. If we can get a replay on that, that was very tight. We'll see how we go. That looked onside to me. Oh, that ball was already in play and she was only just ahead of the defender. That was a tight call. Yeah. But Adelaide City doing it a little bit easily, to be honest. And this is a bit of a surprising performance by Metro United 33 minutes into this first half of the WNPL Grand Final. But having said that, Adelaide City, superb. Baltrop now looking for Panagaris. She can't get to it. And it's gone all the way to Deepard Tolo. Can she play in Tian Powell? The captain with the ball at her feet. Dorba. Nicholas overlapping. Campagnoli. The ever-flexible Campagnoli. She told me once she's pretty much played every position but goalkeeper. Abby now. Looking for a long ball down the line. Can she find Dale in flight? She might. Kiriakou needs to show a bit more urgency than that. She got there in the end. And it's cleared, and it'll be a throw-in for Adelaide City just in the southwest corner of Highmarsh Stadium.
It's going to be taken by Dale in flight, who's played really well so far and won a spot back in the team. She'd been on the subs bench late in the season, and she's back in the starting 11 and has shown us why so far. Now, Cockayne has the ball, and she's done well enough there to ensure that despite being under heavy pressure, Metro are going to have a throw, which will be taken by Lauren Steer. Oh, in fact, it's going to be a free. Steer gets the 1-2 from Stockdale. Tries to lift it forward for Quigley. Reed. Here's Kuha. Moore. Kuha. There's nothing out wider, so Moore goes there herself. Scousey. Moore. Tries to bring it inside, but that's a good bit of play there by Campagnoli. But this time City don't have an outlet. Here's Kiriakou.
There it is. There it is, Nano.
Steer. Tried to flick it over. No one there for Metro. Abby.
Campagnoli, look for it. Dorba, look for it.
Macaulay. Campagnoli. City have it under control. Abby again. Had an injury interrupted few seasons, but 3 years on the Adelaide United list. Grace Abby, terrific player. Really hope she gets a full W League campaign this season. Here's Holmes. Tried to put through the ball for Di Bartolo, and she was dumped afterwards. So it's going to be a City free kick, and well, she looks like she's copped it pretty heavily there because
I think they've been targeting it. I think they've been targeting her a little bit. Yeah. Every challenge has been a heavy one on Dylan Holmes. She's their playmaker and stalwart in that midfield, to be honest, Paul.
Yeah, but she's up. She's up and about. And
it's a bit rattled, but I think she'll be okay.
What else are you seeing down there, Cass? Give us a bit of an insight. It's almost a bit of a stalemate right now in this game.
Yeah, now it is. Now it's a bit of a stalemate now. And I think just on Panagaris, I I'd rather see her in her natural position, which is up forward. I think that's where she plays her best football. Obviously, she's got 27 goals for the season, so that's where she plays her best, I think.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. You know, this tactic did work last week, but not working so far. Through ball for Di Bartolo when she's onside. Danny Di Bartolo, one-on-one with the keeper. Great save, Boltrop. Oh, but that's going to be... Oh, I thought there was a shout for a penalty there. Controversy. There's a shot in from Campagnoli, and it goes back from Boltrop. Well, was Di Bartolo held back there?
That's a penalty.
Well, there's the first shot, and as she goes back, Kiriaku's probably come across her. The referee was very quick to say no penalty. Good save from Boltrop, but I think that Metro's definitely gotten out of jail there. That's a big moment on the Chemist King replay. And wow, Metro might have really dodged a bullet there, because 2-0 would have made it really, really difficult for them. But as it is, it's still 1.
Might just wake them up. Nicholas on the far side now. Tian Powell looking to get on the ball. She does. Got the attention of Scousey. Great defender, Scousey. Looking to switch it to the far side. But cut out by Metro. Here's Dylan Holmes. Quick 1-2. Back with the ball. Again, she's body checked. That's come off Nano Sasaki. If it goes out, it'll be a Metro ball, but Panagaris has gotten there. Cleared comfortably by Grace Abbey. And you heard the support from her coach, congratulating her on some excellent cover.
Seeing Donna Cockayne pull in a little bit, almost like she's playing at number 9. So
Panagaris going to the right too. I think Marie's definitely had to trying to change things up and try and find something here. Quigley looked for the flick on, but easily accounted for by Abbey.
One thing we know about Marie Spagnoletti, she's not afraid to throw players into different positions to get a result, and we've seen her do it with great success before.
I think she's thinking substitution at half-time, to be honest. Rachel Quigley, look at that. If she's fit, Paul, Rachel Quigley, would you be looking at her again for Adelaide United?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Look, I think she would have played for United last season. I think it was really some contractual reasons. She was with the club in Korea for a little while, and so I don't think it had anything to do with non-selection.
Macaulay now. A great central defensive pairing in Abbey and Macaulay for City. Great ball by Tian Powell, but Christy Moore's pace should see her easily account for that. She plays it now to Baltrop. It's getting a bit cold here at High Marsh too. If you're thinking about coming down, make sure you rug up. It's worth it. Got to get down here. You can still catch a game and a half of football. Very good price at the gate. Come and support your local football teams, and you can also, of course, listen to this call on your phone if you want, through Facebook Live or YouTube. Don't necessarily have to watch it. If you're here, you can listen. So get down here and support. Great ball there. Christy Moore. Can she find someone? Cockayne's making a run. She turns beautifully, does Christy Moore. Finds Quigley. Here's a chance for Metro. Can they make something out of it? Still Quigley. Cuts back. Gets past her immediate opponents. Swings it out. Can Stockdale get onto it? Well cleared there by City. With Reed now. Bit quiet this half, Reed. Swinging it in. Metro flicked on by Cockayne. Dalen Flight though clears it. Di Bartolo. Luckily she got her head out of the way because she would have had a boot to the face. Did well. Was Grace Abbey. And has won the ball. And Nano Sasaki now with the ball at her feet for City. Well tackled though by Kuha. Kuha to Stockdale. Can she get it back to Kuha? No, she takes them on herself and wins the throw for Metro.
Bit of a lift from Metro now.
Much better from Metro.
They look like they've finally found a little bit more of their stride. Here's Steer with the throw on the attacking left. Some of their fans are starting to fire up as well. But they're going to lose out here. In the end, though, Reed's done really well. Steer, composed. Kiriaku, Moore switches it back. I think she was trying to put through Cockayne, but only directed it back to Jenna. Jenna goes long. Oh, great little flick on by Powell, but didn't quite hit Di Bartolo. And Baltrop's going to have to go long. And Cockayne's come back from an offside position, unfortunately for her. But I don't mind this idea of Cochrane coming to the left and Panagaris going to the right. Spagnoletti making the swap with the Metro United players. But right now, Abby's going to take the relieving free kick with a offside decision against Cochrane. We've got 4 minutes left in this first half of the 2018 WNPL Grand Final here in South Australia. Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0. And Scalzi now is going to have to concede a throw. RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. Darlin Flight comes up to take the throw. City not in a big hurry. They'd probably love to take 1-0 into the change rooms. Here's Di Bartolo. Didn't quite force the corner. But I'm sure City won't mind these seconds rolling down towards half-time. Still a couple of minutes, so don't want to take their foot off the pedal just yet. Di Bartolo tries to burst into the box again. Scalzi's done well against her former teammate, Kuhar. Couldn't quite bring the ball under control, but it's broken for Quigley, but Holmes read that well. And City have the ball back with Abby. Sasaki. Abby. Chips it over now for Powell. It's a bit too hot there, but it's fallen back for her, and Powell or Di Bartolo wasn't quite on the same wavelength at that point, and it's run through for Baltrop. She wants to get on with it. Metro would love to pull one back right now. It would change so much in the context of the game, not just putting them 1-1, but almost make it feel like they're the team with momentum going into half-time. But they're on the back foot now with Kiriakou and Baltrop. Moore. Not a huge amount of movement. Kuhar is offering short. Could be steer out left is where it goes. Reed is, looks like she's created the foul there, but once again the ref letting it go, and this time it's a foul against Reed. Just looking at the replay there, yeah, Sasaki just leaving that leg in after the.
I think it was for the first one against Dorba, maybe.
No, I think it might have been against Nano in the end. But here's Cochrane. Kuhar. Good pressure from City. Tian Powell just not giving Kiriakou any time whatsoever, and Kiriakou likes to take a touch and deliver a good ball, but City are onto her. Reed. Haven't quite seen Reed play her real enforcer role in midfield, which is something we always think of when we think of Ness Reed. Such a combative player. Panagaris gets it to Stockdale. She tried to push it over for Quigley, but Quigley was coming in the other direction. Here's Macaulay now. Goes long up the wing and finds Dorba. Just managed to fall for her, but Reed was alive to it. Here's Stockdale. Bit of space. Quigley. Can she turn? Stockdale! Well intercepted there by Holmes, and it's fallen kindly for her. Sasaki. Darlin Flight. And Powell now, who's shown herself really well, but Kiriakou's beaten her there. 1-2 with steer, but Abby's going to clear. Pace is just lifting a little bit as we get close to half-time, but on that occasion, the ball's going to beat Powell out for a throw-in.
Better 5 minutes from Metro. Getting to the top of the box there between Stockdale and Quigley, almost getting them a shot on target. We're about to head into injury time here in the first half. It is Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0 in the WNPL Grand Final at Highmarsh Stadium. Lauren Steer now probably play this back to her keeper in Baltrop. Does it indeed do that? I reckon there'll only be 1 minute of injury time. Hopefully Cass will be able to bring us Dylan Holmes from Adelaide City at half-time, all being well. It will be 1 minute of additional time here at the end of the first half. Sasaki now to Powell. Looking for Dorba. Decides to try and switch it, but that's cut out by Moore. Christy Moore now. Can Metro get one right at the end of the first half? She's marauding forward is Christy Moore. Now she's overlapping. I would have collapsed. Asked for a medic by now after that run. What an amazing run from right back to left wing. She doesn't even look tired.
To be fair, I'm actually worried about you getting through the entire commentary, mate.
Hey, the food here is really good, okay? Just because I indulged a little bit too much. Dalen Flight down the line. done really well there by Lauren Steer, who has been pretty good, to be honest, at times isolated, with Chrissy Panagaris struggling to get back after that knock in the early in the first half. But she's been pretty good, Lauren Steer. Here's Dorber, the goal scorer. Di Bartolo offside again. And that will probably be that, folks, for the first half. I'm sure as soon as this ball is played, it will be half-time.
The 2018 WNPL South Australian Final Series is proudly presented by Boral. Campagnale going to pick up the clearance, and that is half-time. Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0 in the Old Firm Grand Final. WNPL here in South Australia. The two old rivals are going at it, and City are well worth their 1-0 lead, make no mistake. They've been very, very good. We're just hoping to see if Cass has got, yes, she's got Dylan Holmes.
Dylan Holmes with me, very physical battle out there for the first half. But what are you doing right as a side?
I think we're working well as a unit to contain them. We know that they have a lot of good players and they like to get the ball, but if we stick to our jobs defensively, then we can limit their opportunities.
And are you okay too? You had a bit of a knock there before. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. You expect that when you play Metro. Like, it's always a physical game, so part of the game, I guess.
And good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Cass. We're going to take a break here from our coverage of the WNPL final between Adelaide City and Metro United. The score at half-time, Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0. Back with the second half soon.
Thanks for coming out to replace my battery.
No worries. It's all part of our service. We come to you anywhere, anytime, and installation is no extra.
No way.
Way? You get more. Call us or go to raa.com.au.
You tell them.
Okay, come on.
What's this?
Apparently it was an epic jump. Smashed right through the laundry window.
What?
But your RAA home insurance covers accidental glass breakage.
Oh, hang on.
We do more. Get a quote today.
Welcome back to our coverage of the WNPL SA 2018 Grand Final between Metro United and Adelaide City. It's currently Adelaide City leading 1-0. You're listening to and watching the Football Federation South Australia live stream of this match. It's, as we said, currently half-time. An interesting first half. I want to acknowledge people that have and companies that have helped put this coverage together. The 2018 WNPL South Australian Final Series is proudly presented by Boral and RAA, proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. Well, so far it's been very much Adelaide City's half. They particularly started the half very, very well. Metro tried to get themselves back into it towards the end, but City definitely value for their 1-0 lead, which they took through Chelsea Dorber in the 17th minute.
I couldn't agree with you more, Paul. That was definitely Adelaide City's half, deservedly leading. They were a much better team. What surprised me quite a bit, having watched Metro and City play, was just how flat Metro looked, to be honest. And they looked heavy. They seemed like they were struggling to get back on defence. They looked like they were struggling to find any creative flair. A better sort of last quarter of that first half, but I just wonder if Marie Spagnoletti is tempted to make some changes here at half-time. Chrissy Panagaris looked like she was struggling. I'm not sure if she's carrying a knock or whether she just came into the game not feeling that well. They moved it to the right and they got a little bit better output from Donica Kane, but I just wonder if we're going to see Stella Rigon at the start of this second half. Lauren Steer was good value at left-back, probably their best player in my humble opinion. But to be honest, Adelaide City were dominant and led admirably again, in my opinion, by their central midfielder, Dylan Holmes, who is just ever present for them. Di Bartolo's having a really good game. In fact, it's hard to find anyone who's not having a good game for Adelaide City, to be perfectly
No,
honest.
indeed. I think also Nano Sasaki's been really important for them. Her touches have been terrific. She just finds herself that little pocket of time when there's a bit of pressure on and, you know, makes sure that she can then play the right ball. I think she's done a terrific job so far. But there's definitely been no passengers in the City side. Every single one of them is either winning their individual battle or at least 50-50, I'd say. So definitely playing really, really well. You know, Dorba's got the goal. She's probably spent most of the time, you know, on Christy Moore's wing. But when she came inside, she found herself the opportunity and took it. She's been absolutely terrific throughout the season for City. Of course, she joined the Adelaide United squad last season, last W League season. She's an Australian under-17, and she continues to go at a goal a game. 13 out of 13 games in the league season. She scored the only goal of the semi-final 2 weeks ago, and she may well score the only goal today. That's going to be the case if we don't see any more scoring in the second half.
It did rain a little bit at half time, so that will make the ball run a little bit quicker here at Highmarsh Stadium. The positive for Metro United and Metro United fans is that there's only one way from here, and that's up from that first half.
And look, it's only 1-0. You know, we've seen them make something out of nothing before. They've got players who can just create a situation where there doesn't appear to be a huge amount of threat. You know, Rachel Quigley's one of those players. I think I would be surprised if she's moved away from the front line. I think that's probably where an opportunity might come. You know that someone like Donna Cockayne can get herself a pocket of space. She can whip in really, really good crosses. They've got Stella Regon up their sleeve also to come on and add an extra dimension to the attack. So this game's not over.
No, definitely not over.
Despite how well City have controlled the first half, this is definitely not over, and we just know that Metro will have a say at some stage.
Not too far away from the second half here at Highmarsh Stadium. Of course, after this game, Livestream Australia for the Football Federation of South Australia will bring you the NPL final as well. That is between Adelaide City and Campbelltown City, the top two teams in the NPL as well. So stay tuned to the Football Federation South Australia Facebook for the duration of the night to get the rest of this game, of course, and the NPL final. That is, of course, if you can't get down here. And tell you what, Paul, a lot of people have gotten down here. I would say, and I'm never really a great judge of these, but I reckon 9,958. No, I'm joking. 5,000, 5,500, maybe 6,000.
I think if they get the 5,000, tick over the 5,000, they'll be delighted here, particularly on a day. It's been a funny old day with the weather this morning. It was raining very, very heavily here during the afternoon. Then the sun broke out and it was quite warm, and now we're almost veering back to the weather we had this morning, although the rain has stopped. There was a little bit during the half-time break. Both sides are back onto the pitch for the second half. The 2018 WNPL South Australia Final Series is proudly presented by Boral, and the 2018 Celebration of Football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. Speak to your club to book your seat.
I've got my ticket, Paul. Have you got yours?
I do.
Yep.
I think.
No, we do.
Yep. Good to know.
I bought you one.
Oh, thanks, mate. Bless.
No, don't get excited, mate. The invoice is coming. Look, Marie Spagnoletti has kept faith in the Chargers from the first half. She's made no substitutions at half-time. So they will go with the same 11 that started this game.
Cockayne's
I find that interesting, to be honest.
Well, Cockayne's pulled back out to the right-hand side. She had swapped wings with Panagaris beforehand. Looks like Panagaris is lining up out on the left. So there's no real changes for Metro. This is very much the way they started. And City, of course, well, the way they've been playing so far, they're going to want more of the same. But they do have options up their sleeve as well. so they could certainly make changes later on if they need to. I'm pretty sure they will anyway.
Castropietti on the boundary line. You predicted Metro like me at the start of the game. How did they get a win from here?
They obviously need a different half from what they had at first. Just more precise passing and more confidence as well.
Thanks very much, Cash, doing an excellent job down there. Second half is underway. Paul Marcachetti, take it away.
Here's Ebony Kiriakou. She tries to get Quigley through. Quigley probably asking a bit of cocaine there, and Nicholas will take the throw. Up the wing now, hooked back by Kuhar. But, trying to get it away there again was Nicholas, but this time it's going to be a Metro throw. Christy Moore, she's looked one of the best for Metro so far. No surprise there though, such a great of the game. City have the ball through Di Bartolo. But she's given Powell a chase, but look at Christy Moore. Wow, fantastic. Gets the ball back to Baltrop. And the switch is on now, but that is not well directed at all. But fortunately for Metro, Darlin Flight wasn't able to capitalise. Steer's going to take the throw. She's been good so far. Certainly not one of the reasons why Metro are in deficit. Quigley just lost the ball on that occasion. Oh, great little touch there by Powell. Now, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Di Bartolo tries the chip, but it wasn't quite high enough. And Baltrop was able to claim the ball comfortably in the end. Here's Moore, back to Kiriakou. Kuhar, Moore. Quigley was just behind her player, so City have the ball again. And Scalzi just had to be smart to intervene on that occasion, but Nicholas has got it back to Powell. Powell now, trying to put through Sasaki. Sasaki, she's still got it. Gives it to Nicholas. Probably could have done a bit more herself. No, Sasaki was unselfish in the end, and Metro's going to come up with it through Kuhar. Sasaki now, good battle. Holmes wins the ball well, but it's turned over again. Here's Stockdale, a little bit more advanced now. Cockayne, she's got Quigley in the middle. Cockayne now, she's waiting for options. Oh, and in the end she waited too long and Macaulay just picked it off.
Again, surprisingly really slow there on transition were Metro. It was basically Lawrence Steer versus the world at one point, but thankfully for Metro United and unfortunately for Adelaide City, it fell apart, but really slow on transition. I haven't really seen this before from Metro. Struggling to get back. Donna Cockayne now trying to get across in from the corner. Gee, that's a bit of an error there between Dylan Holmes and Macaulay, and you saw Holmes express her disappointment with the way that played out, and that's an unnecessary corner now for Metro. And they will have an opportunity, and they've definitely got players who can head the ball in the back of the net. Stockdale, Quigley, they're all there.
Look out for Kiriakou as well, I think. She might be a big threat from this one.
Donna Cockayne out swinging corner on her right foot. Oh, it's poor, and that's gone for a goal kick. She'll be very disappointed with that, Donna Cockayne. Really, in all honesty, it probably sums up the 49 minutes that Metro have had, to be honest.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It was almost a bit of an encapsulation of what we've seen so far in this game. And something's got to change for Metro. We know it can, though.
How much patience will Marie Spagnoletti have with this 11? I would say not much longer. All subs are warming up for both teams. Macaulay lets that one run back all the way to Jenna, who's been very quiet for an Adelaide City Metro game, to be honest. She gets the ball forward, but it's cut out by Steer. Only as far as Georgia Campagnoli. She'll probably get another call up to the W League team. Georgia Campagnoli, very flexible player. Left back, right wing, left wing, centre mid. Probably can run the line too if you need it. She's fantastic.
I'm just waiting for her to pull the gloves on and goalkeep as well.
She'd be good at that too, I think.
Yes, she is a fantastic athlete, Georgia Campagnoli. Quigley flicks on the header. Should be cleared by Abby, and it is. Kuhar looking for Ness Reid. Well defended there by City, and here's Dorber. That's interesting from Dorber. I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure what she thought there, but it's gone all the way to Baltrop. And they'll reset with Kiriakou. Christy Moore, who's always impressive. Today, no exception. Cockaine's come back to the right, meaning Panagaris is on the left. Metro gave it away again. Here's Di Bartolo. Had a really good game, has Di Bartolo. The overlapping run here from Nicholas. Through to Dorba. Here's danger for Metro. Well done, Isabella Scalzi. That's a bit of determination that's been lacking from Metro. And here's Isabella Scalzi now getting down the line. Plays it inside, gets it straight back. Long ball. Quigley misread it. Tried to bring it down with a heel, but never going to happen. And now it's Nano Sasaki. Sasaki, that's probably her first poor pass of the game. And here is Metro with a chance. It's Donna Cockayne. She'll look up and see only Quigley. It's 1-on-4, 2-on-4. And it's a heavy touch again from Metro. And it rolls over the byline. And it would be another goal kick for Jenna to take for City. They just have not been troubled in front of goals, Adelaide City. Something has to change here for Marie Spagnoletti and her team. She surely cannot wait too much longer.
Well, she's on her feet now. You can't see her on your screen, but we can see her in front of us. And I just saw her making a motion which made it look to me like she was saying to two players to swap positions. So it'll be interesting to see if we pick up soon if that's exactly what she was saying. Now, foul behind play on Nano Sasaki. And just looking at the Chemist King warehouse replay, and it was just got into the back of her by Steer in the end there. So City are going to have the free kick.
It looks like Panagaris is actually up front now.
Yep. Good call, Cass. She's gone to number 9, which of course is where she scored a lot of goals.
With number 8 on her back.
Yep, 27 goals during the season in 21 matches. But oh, geez. Moore was sold into a bit of trouble there by Baltrop's throw, but she's got the free kick. Yes, Panagaris, 27 goals in the 21 games. She hasn't got one in either of the 2 finals so far, but she knows how to score, no question about that.
And has displaced Roxy Dodd from this first team lineup for Metro, Chrissy Panagaris. This is where she likes to play. It's a smart move by Marie Spagnoletti. It could mean Metro getting back into this game really quickly.
But right now, City have the ball. Powell, Sasaki.
Offside.
It's not going to be, the issue's not going to be pressed. Scalzi's going to bring it back. Now, Baltrop looks for options. There's a little bit more movement. Metro a little bit more alive now. They really need to find just that little bit more. That's not going to be where Panagaris wants it. And now it's going to be Dylan Holmes. Holmes trying to put through Di Bartolo. Kiriaku's there. And that's a bit shallow, but Steer might come up with it. But no, it's run too far. And in the end, she's going to get the throw. Gets on with it. But all that's going to do is gain her maybe 5 or 10 metres.
A bit better for Metro right now. Just a little bit.
Steer now. She's got Kuhar in the middle, but she goes up the wing. But a lot of pressure there, and City are going to come up with it. Here's Holmes trying to put through Di Bartolo again. Sorry, that was Sasaki on that occasion. Throw in again. But they've made a bit of a mess of it. And, City are going to come up with the ball. 53.5 minutes played. RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today.
Bit of a lull patch in the game. Tian Powell, though, now with the ball. She's capable of anything, Tian Powell. That's a great through ball. Here's Di Bartolo. Can she cut it back? Well done there by Baltrop. Positions herself beautifully. Eliminated any danger. And now they'll look to break quickly. Metro with Reed. Ness Reed scored an absolute cracker last week. Can they get the ball to Quigley? She's made a run. There's Rachel Quigley. What a touch. Cuts inside. That's a foul. No, here's Chrissy Panagaris. 1-on-1. There it is. Oh, she missed it. The crowd in front of us too thought it was in, and so did I, Paul. Saw the back of the net ripple. Sorry for getting excited out there, but it looked like a goal. But it's just hit the side netting. And that's what Chrissy Panagaris is capable of. You can't blame me on that angle. That looked like a goal, but it wasn't.
Like it went in.
It did.
Even I got up.
It did.
Great ball from Quigley.
Yeah, look at that from Rachel Quigley. She's been very impressive again today. And Chrissy Panagaris, that is her favourite position, and that's where she's dangerous. And that will give Metro United players, coaching staff and fans some hope that they can get themselves back into this game, because they've been very, very quiet, uncharacteristically quiet in this grand final. Adelaide City will have the the throw-in on the far side. Dalen Flight to Sasaki, who's been very good. Stockdale now. Can she find Panagaris? Should be cleaned up by Abby, and it is. But at least Chrissy looks more interested in this game now. Here's Dorber. Cut out by Stockdale. Steer. Well done. Lauren Steer to Quigley. Back to Steer. What can she do? Oh, she's given it away. That's disappointing. But it should be picked up by Stockdale. It's a heavy touch. You can't do that around a player of the calibre of Tian Powell. But Adelaide City almost gave it away. And Metro will have the throw-in on the far side, just in front of the RAA sign. And they are great sponsors of our game here. Don't forget, RAA proudly supports football here in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. And a big thank you, of course, to Boral. They are proudly presenting this 2018 WNPL final series for us.
We're in the 57th minute. Metro are just starting to look like they might ask a few questions. But this is going to be easy enough for Abby to clear. It's going to be another throw. Steer out there on the far side. A lot of players forward now. Kuhar. Steer. Oh, that's not quite, they weren't quite on the same wavelength there. And City can break now. It's Sasaki, Campagnoli, and she's played it out left. And, well, Nicholas wanted to try to play through, but Christy Moore was having none of it. And she's controlled the situation really well. Di Bartolo was ready, but, oh dear, Beltrop's ball's a bit dangerous. Reed got there. Moore, Reed, Cockayne. Good pressure from City. Nicholas takes control. Back to Holmes. And back to Macaulay and Abbey. Powell. Great ball by Powell for Di Bartolo, but just got there in the end. Di Bartolo's won it back though. Beltrop just denied her the first time. Here's Dorber. Dorber now looking for Campagnoli. Can they get a shot in? Good ball by Campagnoli for Sasaki, but her touch just for once let her down. City were very, very nearly in there, and Metro United breathe again. Some terrific play, some terrific linking up play by the City players, but when the final ball got to Sasaki, just couldn't quite bring it down.
Cass Trepietti, any movement on the benches down there?
Just hold on a second because
Cass.
City are here. And Powell was just denied. Here's Stockdale. Stockdale was going to get the ball out to the left. Plays the 1-2 with Quigley. Now it's through for Panagaris, but it might just be too far for us. Cass, sorry, back to you.
All good. No movements from either side yet.
Nobody warming up. It's well, there are players warming up for City. We can see towards the corner, but no indication yet that anybody's going to come on. The 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. Speak to your club to book your seat. Now, Sasaki clears. Kiriakou has time. But does she have options? Reed.
Heavy touch, well done.
It's all the way back to Beltrop in the end. City's pressure's been very good. Now it's Scalzi. Steer again. Good touch for Quigley. Stockdale, oh, just ran on for a little bit.
Be a throw in for Metro on the far side. Lauren Steer now. Throws the ball in, looking for Quigley. Dalen Flight's in the way. Only as far as Kuhar. Grace Abbey says, get that out of here. And Tian Powell's gotten onto it. It's 2-on-1. There's a late run from Di Bartolo. Ebony Kiriakou got to be careful here. Well done by Scalzi, but still Tian Powell. Gee, well done by Kiriaki and Scalzi. Cross comes in, and that'll be safely over the bar, and that'll be a goal kick for Metro. Good late run there by Di Bartolo, giving Tian Power an option, but the defence was good by Metro. Quigley, my goodness. I've seen professional male athletes who can't do it that well. Great through ball to Stockdale. Here's Stockdale, top of the box. Great defending again by Adelaide City. Macaulay. Watch your head, mate. The guy in front of us bumped his head on the ledge, poor fella. Long ball now by, that was the right back in Dalen Flight. And Metro have given away the ball unnecessarily, and it will be a throw-in for Adelaide City. If this game goes to extra time, Paul, and then penalties, what time do the locks in your house turn?
I've already been given the hard word from home, that's for sure.
I reckon mine's about 8:30.
Good luck.
Thanks, Cass. Dalen Flight now. It's a better half from Metro. They've had that chance with Chrissy Panagaris. Most of us thought it was in, me included. Adelaide City not able to break them down as easily as they did in the first half. Donna Cocaine's given away a foul there. She's not happy about it, but no contact on the ball, so probably the right call from referee Bryant. He's had a pretty good game.
Yeah. Though a few people are going to debate that penalty call or non-penalty call.
That's a good point.
In the first half.
That's a good point. Adelaide City should definitely have a penalty and should have been, had an opportunity to go 2-0 up. The referee deciding there was no foul there when it looked like Ebony Kiriakou had cut across Di Bartolo and impeded her. That's an uncharacteristically poor pass from Dylan Holmes. And Christy Moore will take the relieving throw-in for Metro. Kiriakou now. Good work there between the right back and the centre back. Good switch. Sasaki did well to get her head in the way, but it should be picked up by Ness Reid. But it's fallen to Tian Power. Will she play through Sasaki? Held on to it just a little bit too much there, Tian Power. She had Sasaki going through. Dalen Flight, though, has done well to overlap. And it's still a chance here for City. That's a poor pass by Dalen Flight. Now, can Kiriakou create something? She's gone the long ball option to Chrissy Panagaris. But Grace Abbey's done well to prevent any danger there. And now it's with Campagnoli. Campagnoli plays it out wide. Dorba, heavy touch, and it's well cut up by Christy Moore. And here's an opportunity for Metro. The break is on. Can Cockayne get her foot on the ball? She can. She's up against, it looks like Macaulay. It is Macaulay. That's a poor pass, poor option by Cockayne, and well cut out by Adelaide City player. I believe that was Nicholas, the right back, getting back and relieving.
We've got Stella Rigon coming on.
Substitution for Metro United coming off number 14.
She's coming on from Donna Cockayne, which suggests to me that Rigon is going to go to the right-hand side and try to come in on her left foot. I have seen that move made before.
Whilst you were making the change there, Paul, Rigon gave the signal to Quigley to get onto the right. So Quigley's going right,
so
Rigon's going left.
Going to the left. She is left-footed, and the other thing that Rigon gives Metro is dead ball situations. She is a great deliverer
and some natural width
free
too.
Kicks and corners. So this is a big move for Metro, and certainly one of the aces they have up their sleeve on the bench was Stella Rigon. Now the ball comes towards her, but that's going to be cut out. Here's Lauren Steer. Tries to get it back over to where Quigley was, but that's going to be cut out. Here's Moore. But it's given away. Holmes tries to get it forward, but the door closes. Reid does well. Reid now. Quigley, great ball in. Panagaris, well won by Abbey. And it's Sasaki now. Good ball to Di Bartolo and good control. Now it's back to Dalen Flight. You just feel it's on and it's up a notch here. Oh, and the ball was nearly taken by Laura Stockdale. She thought she might have been fouled in the end.
That's a foul.
Nothing doing, says the ref.
That's a foul. Stockdale clearly gets the ball there and knocks it past the Adelaide City defender and then is impeded. Surprised that wasn't given as a free kick, and then you pull a soft one like that out.
So Moore wants to get on with it really quickly. And the ball's gone in towards Rigon, but her header's going to run out for a goal kick, I think. And City now will get the ball back. Stella Regan, of course, captain for a season for Adelaide United, the season before last. Long-time campaigner in the WNPL, former Fulham player. Can even go back to the Adelaide Sensation days, Stella Regan. She would have been a baby playing for Adelaide Sensation back in the old WNSL.
Can I just throw in, she's also an excellent advocate for female sport.
Certainly is. Here's Christy Moore, another excellent advocate and excellent player. Quigley, but well read that time by Campagnoli. Now City are going to try to get out of danger, but certainly Metro are lifted. Here's Quigley.
Sorry. That
Beautiful.
is superb.
Does she just have glue on her or something?
That is superb. That is...
Absolute. That was right in front of me and it was stunning.
City have got the ball back. The pressure is so high, and it's going to be a throw-in.
Can I just add that you probably won't see many substitutions early from Adelaide City. They characteristically make a lot of late changes. Michael Hatzipanagiotis has a lot of faith in his starting 11, so you won't see probably many changes until 75th minute mark onwards.
And sometimes they've only made 1 or 2 changes for the game. I mean, if it's working, they don't tend to, you know, just use the subs because they're there. Here's Kiriakou. Baltrop can clear. Getting under it is Reed and Campagnoli, over them both. Holmes, very busy. Nicholas. Campagnoli, well dealt with by City. Abbey tries to loop it over for Powell, but that's going to be won by Kiriakou. Dorber now.
Another change coming up for Metro. Looks like Zafaridis is coming on.
Thank you very much, Cass.
Holmes. That's back to Nicholas. Now here is Campagnoli. Sorry, that was Macaulay that had the ball at the centre-back position. Now Stockdale has it for Metro. Great tackle, Dylan Holmes.
Appreciated
Great
by
tackle.
everybody here at High Marsh, that tackle. Number 12 is coming off for Metro, and that is Kuha, who hasn't been too bad in centre midfield, but Kelsey Zafaridis will give them some pace and also some ability to put the ball in the back of the net. If I'm not mistaken, Paul, she's another former W League player for Adelaide United.
She certainly is.
Yep.
Regon now with her first touch. Great touch. Plays Stockdale. Stockdale to Zafaridis. Straight into the action is Kelsey Zafaridis, but cut out beautifully by the Adelaide City defence. And is Georgia Campagnoli. Christy Moore. You can hear the encouragement now from the Metro bench. They want their charges to get into it. Christy Moore marauding forward again. Quigley, this will be a great cross if she can get it. 1, 2, here's the cross. 3, here's the goal. Hey, just over the bar. Chrissy Panagaris with another opportunity. All set up by the excellent work of Rachel Quigley. Just skidded off the wet surface. Like we said, it did rain at half time and hit her shin. Laura Stockdale in the middle of the park, just off camera, saying to the Metro team, we are definitely in this. Come on, fire up. 69th minute mark here at High Marsh Stadium for this WNPL final. It is Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0. An early goal to Adelaide City through Chelsea Dorber, the only one so far. Here's Metro again on the ball. All the way back to Kiriakou. A great little ball, but cut out by Sasaki. She couldn't regain her footing. And Metro again with Stockdale. Stockdale now try to find Regon. Cut out beautifully by Dalen Flight. Don't mind names with hyphens, Paul, but that's just a personal preference. I can almost hear the laughter from here. Down the line it goes with Steer. Hacked forward by Sasaki. And Metro definitely putting their foot down now. Quigley will get onto this. Oh, sorry. That is ridiculous. You can't just do that twice in a game, can you? Here's Tian Power, and here's the break for Adelaide City. Can she get through? She's got Di Bartolo, but it's 5 Metro players. That should be Isabella Scalzi's, and it is. She plays it to Baltrop. Di Bartolo still pressuring, cleared by Baltrop. It'll fall now to Dorber.
Dorber in midfield, under pressure, but she's still got hold of it. She's done well, and she's going to get a free kick. In the end, conceded by Reed. Adelaide City now just have the chance to calm it down. Metro are certainly starting to ask the question. We've got just over 20 minutes left, plus whatever time the referee adds. City have the free kick through Holmes. Usually very, very good delivery from her. Loops it in. That's no exception. At one in the end by Kiriakou, and Scalzi clears the danger. Now, Regon's trying to get onto it. She does. Oh, and Panagaris couldn't quite get hold of that. Now City come again. Flick on. Here's Di Bartolo. Good strong work there by Kiriakou. Comes out to Quigley, but won by Di Bartolo. And her ball through is not going to be enough for Dorber. And Baltrop clears again, but Holmes in the way.
I kind of hope someone flicks the ball up to Rachel Quigley one more time, just so we can see that that where the ball sticks to her chest and she brings it down to her foot.
Fantastic play.
It's outrageous skill.
Great turn there by Stella Regon, and she's bought herself a bit of room. Now she tries to get the ball in early, but Abby read it well. Dorber.
Adelaide City about to prepare a substitution. Cass, we'll get your eyes on that one.
More strides forward again, but Dorber got in the way. Very, very combative in midfield, and good work done there by Di Bartolo. But now it's won by Zafaridis. Zafaridis charges through, but one opponent too many for her. Now it looks like Adelaide City are getting a sub ready. What can you see down there, Cass?
Looks like Bianca Gray is ready to come on soon.
She was in the Adelaide United squad in 2013. Bianca Gray, 2 appearances. She's a former Sturt Marion player. 17 games this year for Adelaide City. For Bianca Gray, she'll be with us shortly on the park.
It'll be interesting to see where she goes. She often starts at right back, but Darlin Flight has taken that spot over. So be interested to see where she's going to be deployed. City with the throw. More exerting pressure, and gets the ball back to Metro. Here's Reid. Tries to scoop it forward, but Di Bartolo was in the way. Really impressed with how Di Bartolo has dropped back to do a little bit more defensive work.
Do you think it's a bit too early for Adelaide City to be looking to bring on a 5th defender, Paul, to lock up? It's only 73rd minute mark.
Well, they're certainly starting to get a few questions asked. Might not be the worst idea in the world. Darlin Flight can play at centre-back. We've seen that plenty of times, so they could go 3 centre-backs. Now, Reid tries to switch the ball in, but it's going to come to Steer. Steer now plays it short. Is she going to get the 1-2 back from Regon? No, but Regon was beaten there by Darlin Flight, but she scoops it back to Scalzi. Scalzi now putting the ball into the area, looking for Stockdale, but that's going to be cut out as well. Metro are really, really starting to attack. You wouldn't expect them just to lie down and take the 1-0 loss.
Wait.
Oh, and that's the Ness Reid we know.
What do they call that back in the amateur league? Agricultural?
Well, she's gotten herself a yellow card.
Oh,
but,
that's late.
That's a very late challenge.
Gee.
Well, I did say earlier on that she is a bit of an enforcer. Well, it's actually going to be a like-for-like substitution with Gray coming on for Darlin Flight into the right-back position for Adelaide City. And maybe they just wanted to get the fresh player out there with all the pressure that's being applied on their defence as Metro try to get themselves an equaliser. Bianca Gray onto the field, almost certainly to go to right back.
Nicholas will take the free kick after that foul by Ness Reid. It was meaty. Nicholas plays it to Tian Pao. Sasaki, great ball to Di Bartolo, but I think Christy Moore will have the experience and the pace to defend this well, and she does. Plays it inside. Kuha. Playing it out now. Zafaridis. Regon. It's been pretty good since she's come on. And that's a wasted ball, unfortunately, though, by Lauren Steer. And Adelaide City look to play out again. Here's the new player in Gray. She's tackled well by Lauren Steer. Lauren Steer's done magnificently. Gray did even better to get the ball back, but the referee's seen a foul. And Metro will get the free kick just inside their own half. Probably the right call looking at that replay. Just a tad in the back. Kiriakou now. Looking for the switch. Rachel Quigley with a great header down I'm sorry, I don't want to keep going on about it, but her touch is magnificent. It is elite. Ball given away by Di Bartolo, and Kiriakou now says, come on, give me something. I need an option. We're the premiers. We want to be champions. Let's keep going. Adelaide City right now with one hand on that cup. Here is Kuha. Reid. Panagaris. Great cross. Can Stockdale get onto it? Well cleared by Abby, who's been solid as ever. Sasaki to Nicholas. Tian Pao, who's been, for her standards, quiet, but still had a good game. We're just used to seeing so much from her. Christy Moore now with Di Bartolo for company. She's run her guts out, Di Bartolo. Very impressive today. Probably could have had a goal herself. Definitely had a penalty that wasn't given.
Another change coming out for City. Looks like Jess Goldfinch is coming on.
Thank you very much, Cass. Doing an excellent job down there. Eyes on everything. We really appreciate it. Quigley now to Scalzi. Isabella Scalzi getting forward to Steer. Ragon. Scalzi again. Switches it in. That almost came off for Metro. That was unlucky for Reid. The ball from Steer was superb, but Reid just could not bring it down. But Adelaide City being tested here, and I think Michael Hadzipanagiotis knows that, and he's trying to make the adjustments to get his team back into this game, because right now it is all Metro. Boutrop to Kiriakou. Still 15 minutes to go, plus additional time. Of course, extra time if it is a draw at full time, and penalties if required after that. Quigley. Well tackled there by City, but she's done well to get it back Quigley. But just a little bit too much on that. And it is a throw-in for Adelaide City. Tian Pao, who we just said has probably been quiet by her standards, still had a good game. Looks a bit proppy, actually. Maybe took a knock. Jessica Goldfinch is coming on, number 13. She joined from Fulham mid-season. Of course, Fulham were looking like they were going to be relegated from the WNPL, but survived and beat Salisbury in 2 legs in a promotion relegation playoff. She has played 7 games for City this year.
And straight into the action, but Scalzi's just going to get to the ball ahead of her. Holmes. She's done well, but it's going to be off. It would have been offside if it had run through to Goldfinch, but Di Bartolo has it now. Does really well to hold on to the ball. Sasaki. Nicholas. Christy Moore will win that. She's had a great game, Christy Moore. I don't know. There's no surprise. I know there's no surprise in that, but she's played absolutely brilliantly.
It's going to be very tough to pick a Claymore Wines player of the match today. That's for sure.
Agree with you.
Big thank you to other sponsors and supporters of our game, Boral and RAA as well.
Nicholas with the throw. Time is starting to get tight for Metro. Di Bartolo has forced the corner. And City, well, it's too early to kill time, but they're certainly not going to rush. And Dylan Holmes, who I know can run very fast, is just doing a very, very slow jog to get to the ball.
At what minute mark does Marie Spagnoletti say, right, it's now or never?
The kitchen sink.
The kitchen sink.
Not sure just yet, but we are getting into the shadows of this game. Holmes. Not a huge amount of players forward for City. Di Bartolo's up. Dorber's up. And most of the rest of their players are sort of just sitting outside the area. In it comes, and not surprisingly, it's going to be won by Metro, but Dorber's going to get it back to Holmes. Holmes! She can shoot from distance, and Ness Reid was open to it. Now Regon's going to be able to clear the ball for Metro. That's not a bad clearance either, because it's found Stockdale. Stockdale now, well played. Zafaridis. Oh, Moore wanted it, but it came too late. Kiriakou. Boutrop. Long, and it's found Steer in some space. She's got Panagaris ahead of her, but well intercepted by Gray, just on freshly as a substitute.
Just a reminder that the NPL game will be on at the conclusion of this WNPL final. Just saw Evan Kostopoulos walking up the stairs. It looks like he's not playing for Adelaide City. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Campagnale gets the ball back to Goldfinch. Goldfinch now trying to break down the right-hand side. She's going to force a corner. This is good for Adelaide City. They're keeping the ball up at their end, and they haven't done that much in the last probably 15 or 20 odd minutes. But at this stage of the game with the 1-0 lead, that's exactly what they're going to want. Now this time it's going to be Nicholas to go over and take the corner, which means that it's going to be an in-swinger for Adelaide City. Dorba's up. She loves these situations. Goldfinch is up, and so is Di Bartolo, but nobody else in the penalty area. Once again, City players heavily outnumbered. In it comes. Dorba trying to get there, but they've won another corner, so, well, that's a pretty good result with such a deficit of players in the box.
That's about 2 or 3 corners in quick succession for Adelaide City, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
Nicholas again. If the ball breaks, it's going to be all City. They're taking it short and trying to get on the end of Goldfinch, but it's cleared away. Holmes, her ball's going to be cut out as well. Now Metro have a chance. He's quickly in a little bit of space. Oh, back heel. Didn't quite come off for Stockdale. Now it's back with Abby.
Regon had a paddock on the left wing.
Gone long. Christy Moore's going to win that race. Can she get it out for a throw? That's what she's going to want, and she does.
Just ticked over into the 82nd minute mark here at Highmarsh Stadium. Adelaide City 1, Metro United 0. The goal scorer, Chelsea Dorba, in the 17th minute. Talking about Dorba, how's that for a back heel? Di Bartolo looking to play in Goldfinch, but should be cut out by Scalzi. Goldfinch has done really well. She's managed to win possession of the ball, but Scalzi recovered excellently, and it's picked up by Baltrop, and off go Metro again. Lauren Steer now. Had a really good game at left back. Panagaris, lovely little flick. That's an ole. Christy Moore, bit too much on it, and it's cleared. Michael Hatipanayotis, bit of experience there from the Adelaide City coach. Caught the ball, dropped it behind him. That's 30 seconds you don't get back. Whoa. And a bit of
Kiriakou let him know about it.
Let him know about it too, and I don't think Michael's too shy in letting her know either. Wouldn't mess with the weaning back.
No.
Oh, they're still going at it. Michael gives her a bit of a sarcastic clap. Oh, well, they're in it. They're passionate. Why not? Down the line it goes for Di Bartolo. But it's Zafaridis who flicks it on, and it'll be another throw-in for Adelaide City. No love lost between these two teams. Most of these athletes are good friends off the park, but when they cross that line, it doesn't matter. Coaches included by the looks of it. Nicholas, who's been good, but hasn't really been tested, though has found Quigley a little bit more of a challenge than others. Kiriakou, take that, Michael, she says. Quigley now moves centrally, and looks like Moore's gone more to a wide roll. So maybe Metro now looking to go for it. It's a City throw. And it's Nicholas. Goldfinch, the substitute. Stockdale's tried hard. 7 minutes to go here at Highmarsh Stadium. Stockdale says enough. Sorry, that was Moore. Runs off, gets the ball. Zafaridis. This is Stockdale now. Steer, can they break? Can they get that one chance they need, Metro? Regon, excellently done. On her right foot, plays along the ground. It was a good idea. Panagaris is offside. We're just hoping that Zafaridis, sorry, that's not Zafaridis. That looks like Lauren Steer. Thank you, Cass, is okay. She with a head knock there. Good idea by Stella Regon. Gee, they hurt. Gee, they hurt the best of days, let alone on a cold night in Adelaide, let me tell you. But she's up. They don't muck around here, these women. If that was Neymar, he'd still be rolling.
Would have rolled all the way to the corner flag, probably.
I got a laugh from someone in the crowd, Paul.
Well done, Spiro.
Thanks, mate.
Stella Regon on the left wing. Goes past her opponent. But the battle's still on. She's going to have to check back now. Still Regon. She's held onto the ball quite well, but it's going to have to go all the way back to Scalzi. Kiriakou. Oh, that's not a good
Here's
ball.
Danger.
And City now have got the opportunity to break. And have brought it forward now, but that wasn't the ball that Goldfinch was looking for.
Gee, the right ball there would have been interesting because it would have definitely left a 2-on-1 for City.
Stockdale with a great touch to Steer. Tries to get it back now to Stockdale. Good flick. Now out the left to Regon. It's deep for Moore, but it's made a mess of it, Jenna, and but it's going to be okay. But Christy Moore's still got the ball for Metro, and really well defended there. But that was a nervy moment. Now Reed gets it inboard, and now here is Quigley. Moore with the cross. Metro asking the question. Quigley! No.
Fell nicely. Seen her do that plenty of times, trust me.
Yeah. Well, Kendall Jenner just made a mess of the ball. I don't know if she lost it or it was just a moment of concentration, but it didn't end up badly for City, and Grace Abbey is going to take the goal kick.
Hands are probably frozen. She hasn't done much.
Well, that's true. Even though Metro's put on a lot of pressure, they haven't forced a save. Here's Quigley now. Tries to put Panagaris through. But City get it away. And here's Di Bartolo. She's had a really good game too, but so has Kiriakou. And she really, really knows how to win a challenge.
I love it. She looked straight at Michael Hadzapaniotis after that tackle and said, "Do you see that?" Daphne McLeod looks like she's about to come on for Adelaide City. That'll be their third substitution. Of course, 4 permitted in the WNPL. Here's Goldfinch.
And Chanel Tadino as well for Metro.
Thank you very much, Cass. Regon. Catch capitalised from that slip. Metro players trying to get in the box. Can it go forward quickly? Well cleared by Macaulay. Here's Stockdale. Stockdale. Quigley's touch lets her down for a change. I don't think I've ever had to say that. And that should be a free kick to Di Bartolo. And it will be. That was really well done by young Di Bartolo, who's had a superb game for City. She almost got past Kiriakou there. And here are those changes. Lauren Steer is coming off, and Tadino is coming on for Metro. Paul, would you say that's an attacking substitution?
It is, although what I would say about Steer is she is definitely capable of pushing forward herself, but Tadino is going to come on, and she's a pretty good sub to have, young Chanel Tadino. And I'm just waiting to see if City are going to make a sub as well, with Daphne McLeod still waiting to take her turn. Now, Di Bartolo has a chance, but Scalzi, who's had a good game, wins it. But the deflection comes back to Di Bartolo. Cleared away now. Now City, can they kill this game off? Campagnoli shapes to shoot, but she's won herself a free kick there. She's done a really, really good job.
Regon to left back, Paul. I just thought to tell you that.
Yeah, and now it's going to be Dorber coming off so that Daphne McLeod can come on. Great player, Daphne McLeod. She's been away for a lot this season, but she is a stalwart of this City side, and certainly a pretty good player to bring on right at the end. We are in the 88th minute. It's Adelaide City 1, Metro nil, Metro United nil. They are getting very, very close, Adelaide City, to doing the Cup and Championship double and denying Metro from doing the Premiership Championship double. Holmes with the free kick. And, well, here's a chance for Di Bartolo. Can she get onto it? Penalty! No, the ref didn't point to the spot. He pointed to the fact that the ball was won. But it was in the same direction. So now, City have come up with the ball, but Stockdale gets in and burrows in. She plays it back for Scalzi. Now it's Zafaridis. She's got Moore on the right. Zafaridis now. Metro, they're running out of time. Here's Moore. She's going to take them on and have a shot herself. Christy Moore, no. Now she plays it inboard. Here's Zafaridis. It's run on too far for her. And Adelaide City breathe again.
Not only if they win tonight, Paul, is it a Championship Cup double for City, but it'll be a double-double. It will be 2 years in a row they've won the Cup and Championship if they can hold on from here.
And it will be their 7th title in the last 10 seasons. They are closing in, Adelaide City, on beating their old rivals Metro United, who did so much to try to strengthen their side this season.
Metro should clean this up. Di Bartolo has had a fantastic game, and that'll be a yellow card for Isabella Scalzi, the central defender for Metro, who has really not put a foot wrong tonight. But Di Bartolo has been super impressive. She is a talented footballer, no doubt about it, Di Bartolo. 2016 Player of the Year. She's had 3 seasons at Adelaide United, 10 appearances and 1 goal. 21 games this year in the league, Di Bartolo, for 20 goals, mind you. So she is an excellent footballer. She's had a great game. It'll be Dylan Holmes with a free kick for City, looking to the back post. Really well done there by Goldfinch, but the shot was a tame one and easily held by Baltrop. We're about to find out how much additional time we'll have at the end of this second half. I'm predicting 3 minutes. Could be 4, but I reckon 3 might just be the number. We'll see. Here's Regon now playing at left back. Looks for Quigley. She gets to it first, but not enough on it to get it to Panagaris. And it'll be a throw in on the far side, just in front of that Boral sign. And here we go. What have we got? 3 minutes it is. 3 minutes for Metro to salvage a draw and take it to extra time. 3 minutes for Adelaide City to hold on and be Cup and Championship winners for 2018. Paul Marcachetti, bring us home.
Scalzi to Kiriakou. Time is really, really running out. Here's Reed. She's going to try to hoof it forward, but City have the numbers in defence. Now, can it get out to Christy Moore? She might try to win the throw, but here's Zafaridis now, under pressure from Nicholas. Zafaridis, she continues on into the corner. Can she force a corner? Good tackle, Nicholas. And relieves. Here's Reed. Reed now. Door's very much closed. She's going to get the throw, though. And she gives it to Zafaridis now. She's closed down well, but it's a good ball in. Oh, and it was nearly flicked on, and the ball's still alive, and it's been put out for a corner. A lot of Metro players want a penalty, but I don't think they're going to get it. It's going to be a corner.
What did you want there?
Wow. The chance is still there, and this is really the roll of the dice that Metro want. Probably their best dead ball specialist, Stella Regon. Everybody is going to be up, and with targets like Rachel Quigley, Ebony Kiriakou, this is what they want. Here it is, Stella Regon with the ball in, and it's well cleared away in the end. I think it might have been Abby. Regon can put it in for a second time. It's gone along the ground, and Jenna says, thank you so much, ball, for rolling into my hands. Wow. We are in the 2nd minute of injury time, and we don't know whether it's going to go to extra time or not. But because we have to give player of the match now, we are giving it to Adelaide City's Danny Di Bartolo, who has been absolutely terrific. She is the Claymore Wines player of the match in the 2018 WNPL Old Firm Grand Final between Adelaide City and Metro United. We are in the very, very last minute. And you know what that means? Adelaide City are going to make a substitution to create, not create, but to end any momentum that Metro might have. And it's Robertson on the side who's going to come on. Nicole Robertson is going to come on for Di Bartolo, who deserves to get a great send-off from this crowd because she's played absolutely brilliantly again. She was the player of the match in the Premiership decider, even though the 2-2 draw wasn't enough for City. And she is again now in this grand final, which is only a few seconds away from being another Adelaide City title. They'll be going back-to-back unless Metro can force a late equaliser. Now, Scalzi, can she just get the ball in? Good pressure from Goldfinch. Running out of time, though. Referee just looks at the watch now. Kiriakou.
Just ticked over the 3 minutes.
We did, but City are going to come up with the ball now, and Metro might just be out of chances. The whistles are coming from the crowd. And there it is! Adelaide City are the champions of the WNPL in 2018. They came from 2nd spot on the ladder. Once again, they didn't win the premiership during the season, but they've done it in the finals. They were the better team today, no doubt about it. They really dominated the flow of play in the first half. They gave such a star-studded Metro lineup absolutely nothing. And even though Metro really came and asked the question in the second half, City held out magnificently well. And just as happened in the second semi-final in 2 weeks ago, between these two sides. It's a 1-0 win to City with Chelsea Dorber the goal scorer.
It would be hard to say that they don't deserve it based on their performance today, Paul. Adelaide City were, on the balance of the whole game, the better team. Metro pushed and pushed late in that second half, but really it was a unspectacular first half, which has probably cost Metro an opportunity today. They were very, very quiet for their standards in that first half, and City, with that early goal from Dorber, managed to hold on and be crowned champions for 2018. They complete a double-double, Cup and champions for 2 years in a row, Adelaide City. We're going to get Cass to get our player, Claymore Wines player of the match, Di Bartolo, on for an interview before we wrap up and hand over to the guys. We're going to take you through to the NPL final. I'm not sure if Cass has been able to get Di Bartolo. She's right in the thick of it down there.
Right there.
Just go and tap her on the shoulder and see if you can distract her. Daniela Di Bartolo, 21 games in the league, 20 goals.
Congratulations.
1 game in the finals, 4 in the cup,
Player of the
6
match
stops.
once again, this time on the winning side though. What are your thoughts?
Amazing.
Tough game though.
It was. It was always going to be a tough game. We know, sometimes we get beaten off the ball by them, but we know we had a goal right from the beginning of the year, and we smashed it.
Obviously, yeah, you've done the double now. Last year you won, this year you won, and you won the cup as well, so you must be really proud of the team and yourself.
Yeah, so proud of the team. I mean, the girls worked very hard throughout the season, and we deserve it. We go out every training and match, and no matter what, we put 100%.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Go celebrate.
Thanks very much, Cass. Great job on the boundary line there. The Claymore Wines player of the match, Paul Marcachetti. We need to wrap up here. Just some quick thoughts on the game overall before we get off air ourselves and hand over to the boys for the NPL final.
Just terrific effort by City. They really were asked the question by Metro this season. Metro recruited heavily in the off-season, bringing in players like Quigley, Regon, Tadino. They really wanted to get their title back. City, of course, they won the title last year with a superb final series from Alex Chidiak, who scored 6 goals in 3 games, including the 2 in the grand final. And they had to do it without her. They did some recruiting of themselves, but they've really stood up this season. And a couple of their players, I think, have gone up another level. We talked about Dylan Holmes, how terrific she's been this season. But they've had contributors everywhere. Tian Powell's had a great year. So has Danny Di Bartolo, as we mentioned. But they've all played well. Campagnoli, Grace Abbey, when she came in the second half after injury, was an absolute rock at the back. They're a great team and they're deserving champions.
Cassandra, quickly, your sentiments before we wrap up.
Yeah, deserving champions, of course. Both sides, they did deserve to be here on the day. 2 best clubs in the state. So, but obviously, Adelaide City were better on the day and they were just dominant all match. Bit late for Metro to come into it, and yeah, they just couldn't get a goal.
Thanks very much for your hard work on the boundary line tonight, Cassandra Treparetti. On behalf of Cassandra, Paul Marcachetti and myself, Spiro Karanikos Mimas, thank you so much for being part of our live stream of this 2018 WNPL final. A huge congratulations to Adelaide City, commiserations to Metro United. It's goodbye from us, but don't you dare go anywhere, because very soon the NPL final between Adelaide City and Campbelltown City, brought to you right here on behalf of Livestream Australia through the Football Federation SA Facebook page and YouTube channel. Good night from us.
Thanks for coming out to replace my battery.
No worries. It's all part of our service.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get that fixed too.
You need an RAA-approved repairer. Only the best repairers meet our high standards, so when you see an RAA-approved repairer sign, you can trust they come highly recommended.
You don't say.
Yes, I do. You get more. Call us or go to raa.com.au.